Hey kids. So I'm here with more Blackwing combos because I found a few that I didn't already have covered. Also, for the sake of just keeping y'all updated, this is what my current master rule list looks like. It's basically the same as before, but I swapped Joe for Despotar. Anyway, let's hop into the combos. So this first line is going to be looking at how we play under the latest shifter that really hurts us. Check this shit. We're going to kick things off like we always do with Sea Moon to place a Whirlwind, normal sun on the Sea Moon, using the Whirlwind to go grab Sudri. Sudri 1, Whirlwind 2, beautiful. Grab Vada, grab Shamal. Opponent lets the Shamal through. We go Feather Whirlwind, go for Vada. Our opponent is now going to Shifter. This is a pain in the ass, because check this. Vada is going to try to send cards to the graveyard, regardless of whether or not the Shifter goes through. Which means that the cards are going to get banished. Because they don't hit the graveyard, we don't get a Blackwing Dragon. Because of this, we try to send just cards that don't matter. We don't want to waste a Zephyros. And now we got to pivot. We use Sudri to summon a level 2 token, take 7, synchro to Blackwing Dragon, and then trigger Feather Whirlwind to summon back Vada, and go for Despotar. Despotar summons back Blackwing Dragon, and we pass turn. We would take 1,000 because of Whirlwind, so our Blackwing Dragon is going to soak that up, providing protection for our field through Feather Whirlwind. It's not great, but it is pretty good given how devastating a late shifter can be. This next combo is a pretty awkward open. It's Zephyros and Whirlwind. Not a great thing. We're going to start by activating Whirlwind and then normal summoning Zephyros. Whirlwind grabs Vada, and we'll special summon Vada. Go for Boreas Storm, and an unprotected Boreas Storm is going to send us 6. Here, really, there is not a good play that involves sending anything other than a 6. So the goal of this unprotected Boreas Storm is to hopefully fiend out an Ash that our opponent was patient with when the Whirlwind resolved. Anyway, we'll bounce the Whirlwind for Zephyros and make Fall Armor Master. This board sucks, but you've got 3 other cards in your hand. Any extender makes this better. Any better normal summon makes this better. Realistically speaking, this is not a hand that you'll have to deal with often. This is not a line you'll need to know often, but it is worth noting, so here it is. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at a couple lines to play through Droll, starting things off with Sudri and Whirlwind. Most of the Droll lines that I've already shown have been on the assumption that we're starting with Sea Moon. Here we're going to be starting with other combinations, usually involving Whirlwind. This Whirlwind could also be either Vada or Shamal, it doesn't matter. We're going to start off by Whirlwind, and then use our fun little chain here to grab both Vada and Shamal. Then I get Drolled. Shamal here is going to place Feather Whirlwind, summon Vada, and Vada's going to use the usual mills to summon Blackwing Dragon. Feather Whirlwind brings back Vada, and we'll go for Boreas Storm, chain blocking by adding back Chinook to hand. Boreas Storm here is going to be sending Shanga, and then we'll bounce back the Feather Whirlwind with Zephyros. Reactivate it, and now we can go for Despotar. Summoning back a Vada with the Feather Whirlwind, and then we'll go ahead and summon out Shamal. Go for Blackwing Dragon, go for Fallen Remaster, and banish both properly summoned monsters for Assault Dragon. So this gives us the Despotar Negate or Pop, Fallen Remaster, Assault Dragon to provide a little bit of pressure and battle protection through Feather Whirlwind, and Chinook is going to be a Negate, an attack reduction, and most importantly, because we have a second Blackwing Dragon in our grave, it also is going to represent another half of Blackwing Assault Dragon for the follow-up, which is really good. Next up is Vada and Whirlwind versus Droll. This one's going to be a lot weaker, so we'll start off with Whirlwind and normal summon Vada. Whirlwind go grabs Shanga, and we get Drolled. We're going to fire off Vada to send a couple and summon the Blackwing Dragon, then Zephyros bounces Whirlwind to summon itself. We'll synchro into Boreas Storm. This one is unfortunately unprotected. We'll send a 2 and make Despotar, summon Assault Dragon, and then use Despotar to summon back Boreas Storm. This gives us the quick effect pop from Shanga because of the Boreas Storm. This gives us the Assault Dragon. This gives us the Despotar Negate or Pop, putting back the Blackwing Dragon if it's a pop. We've got our Whirlwind back in hand for next turn if we top deck a better starter. And Boreas Storm's just there for moral support. And also providing the other half of another Tax Dragon for later, which is nice. If for our last combo, we'll be looking at Sudri and any free special summon versus Droll. This could be Shanga, this could be Harmattan, it could be Orochi, it doesn't really matter. So we'll kick things off by normal summoning Sudri and grabbing Vada. We get Drolled. Oh no. and we'll special the Vada and go for the effect. This lets us summon Blackwing Dragon, then we summon Orochi and tribute it off for a level 2 token. If it's Sharga, you don't have to tribute it off, but whatever. We go for Berea Storm, mill a level 2, go for Dispater, go for Assault Dragon, summon back the Berea Storm, and now we're in the same spot that we were in the last replay, with the Dispater pop, the Tax Dragon pressure, and the Berea Storm on field turns on the Sharga pop. Very nice. Hope this helped, and let me know in the comments below if I missed anything that you don't really know how to play through.